Hey guys, welcome back to DajibanLife. And to get started, I'm here back at my parents' house while they're off on a trip to water their plants. So let me do that real quick. Oh no. Yeah, just yeah, that's good. Oh, this one's fake. I think this one's fake. Yeah, this one's fake. Alright, now that that's done, the first week in the van was pretty good. Wasn't able to like film or do any work to the van because part of stealth urban camping or whatever is to be, to draw as little attention as possible. So making a bunch of noise and like talking inside my van would probably draw unwanted attention. So I figured it'd just be better to like be quiet. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. It was a little cold in the morning, a few mornings, but nothing I can't handle. So today I actually went to Harbor Freight and got more of these magnetic hooks because these were super useful. I bought some welding wire here because for future projects. And then I bought these magnetic, I don't know, bars, I guess, strips to hold knives and stuff. Because I felt like this would be useful to keep some like really oftenly used tools. Just stick them like a screwdriver or something. Just stick them on the walls here. But this has kind of been the setup here. I sort of adjusted it while I was living in it. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of dark in here. But this is my bed that folds. It's a mattress from I think like Costco or something. And then yeah, it's sort of messy right now, so kind of, forgive me. But I'll put those back up. The power's been working fine. Got the max air fan going. And then I actually did do a little bit of work. I bought some 550 cord, which is parachute cord, super strong. And I hung up the blackout curtains because I kind of liked being able to slide this rather than just having magnets, just attach it to the top. Because every time I would pass through, which I did quite a bit actually, the magnets would just fall off. And then the curtain would fall down and I have to reset it and everything. So I figured just having it, kind of being able to just pull it, slide it across would be easier. It doesn't have full coverage, so like if you can tell up here, there's some light leaks and stuff. But it's really not that bad, especially if I kind of stay quiet at night. And I have, what do you call them? The wind visor, windshield cover thingies to sort of keep people from looking in directly through the front. So someone literally has to be like here, looking through the passenger or driver's side window to see that light is leaking. But eventually I think I can maybe like stick some fabric or something like along this beam right here, and then that hangs down a little bit so it kind of like blocks some of that, you know what I mean? So maybe we'll see that. I'll look at doing that in the future. The other thing I was able to do was I ordered this DC charger off of Amazon. I think it's 29 volts. I hooked it up to my solar charge controller, and apparently it doesn't really charge that way for whatever reason. So I think I have to connect this directly to the battery. I'm a little bit leery about maybe the thing overcharging my batteries. So I think I need to like attach a relay or something. I do have this, what do you call it? Like a D-Rock little menu. It has a coulomb meter, and it does have like a option to control like a relay. I do have like a cheap Chinese relay somewhere. It's probably in my toolbox. That sort of worked, but every time it wouldn't, like it would switch, but there would be no continuity for some reason. It would just sort of I think it might have burned out or something, I'm not sure. But I actually bought two and they both kind of do that, so I'm not sure what that is. So I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so how I've been using, or what I was planning on using, was instead of getting a battery isolator, I had one of these AC inverter things just laying around. So I would just plug this in cigarette lighter, and while the car's running, I can just charge it off the alternator. But it doesn't really work, so through the charge controller at least. So I don't know. I also have this thing, which is another cheap Chinese like 24 volt power supply. I think this supplies, I think 32 volts if I'm not mistaken. The last time I checked, it says 24, but in order to charge a 24 volt battery, you need like 30 volts or something. So, but this kind of had the same issue, that it wouldn't charge through the solar charge controller. So maybe the input for that is only for solar panels. So we'll see. I'll figure that out soon. The project for today is while I was driving around, if you can look back there, that plastic rod came with the van. So I figured I'd use it to hang my clothes up. This is my closet there, but it sort of collapsed, so I don't know if you can see it, but I sort of MacGyvered it with duct tape so it would stay, and it kept sliding around. So I have some C-clamps and some plastic clips holding it in place right now, which is very not the best. So I actually went to Home Depot and I bought an actual closet rod, heavy duty metal rod here, and some hardware that I'm gonna maybe try to finagle and get it to sit up there. So yeah, that's the project for today. And I'm also gonna sort of look at, because I bought a fridge that will go in this corner right here. It's 48 inches tall and 20 inches wide, so it'll fit somewhere around here. So I need to take some measurements so I can move this box over here somewhere. And the idea is to build some shelves using these existing screw holes. So there's 3 of them. There's one here, and then there's one in the back there. So maybe creating something using like slotted angle iron or something, and creating like a shelf here, because eventually I do want like a burner stove right here, like a platform for it. And I also need more storage, because if you can't tell, they're just like kind of crap everywhere right now. Alright, I think I got this clothes rod, or what is it? The clothes rack figured out. I basically took these closet rod holders and mounted them to this metal that you can just find at Home Depot. I cut it in half, some screws in there. I bolted those in and then cut off the excess thread, because it's going to be right up against there. So with too much thread, it would like stick out way too far, and I couldn't. I made this little top, like I guess like a latch mechanism. So then this is just gonna, just kind of hooks over that part right there, and then I just need to tighten this down, and then got one over here that should hold the rod. So yeah, let me see if I can cut the rod to length and try it out and see how it works. Hopefully it works. Most of the time things I do don't work, so kind of a crapshoot. We'll see. Alright, after some a lot of grinding and cutting and whatnot, got it fitting here. The van's not straight. There's no 90-degree angles in this van, so it's a little bit, there's a little gap here, but I think it's fine. Like I was hanging off of it earlier, and I weigh 180 pounds, and it was holding up, so I think it can hold up some clothes. I think my clothes in total weigh maybe like 100 pounds, so I think that works. I just gotta tighten it up and transfer all the clothes over. Alright. Alright, there she is. She's working. It's good. I'll probably get one of those like hanging like wardrobe thingies with drawers for like my underwear and socks, because right now they're just kind of in a bag down there. So eventually I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, it's not pretty, but it works, you know, kind of like me. Just kidding, I'm super handsome. So these magnets apparently don't stick to metal because I guess the metal on the back is too thick. It's pretty weak. So what I did was I just ended up literally breaking the magnets out of the metal backing, and I have them up here. So yeah, now I know I should just buy individual magnets and just stick them, make my own strip instead of, you know, cannibalizing this thing, because I thought this would just sort of stick there because, you know, it's a magnet, right? But apparently it doesn't. And here's all the hooks that I bought. Can't have too many hooks, man. The hooks are so useful. Alright, I just cleaned some stuff up here. Not really, but it'll have to do for the next week, the coming week. I did actually put some more sound deadening up for the fridge that's coming this week. So it also serves as kind of my insulation. I'm not really going to insulate the van other than the sound deadener here. So the fridge is going to go right here. And I got like a household like mini fridge. I think there's a reason people don't put those inside vans, but it was pretty cheap. It was like 200 bucks. So I figured, you know, why not try it out. And I think like the leveling or something, the oils need to get to the compressor or else it'll burn out. So that'll probably happen. But you know, it's a learning experience, I guess. And then we'll see how that works. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, let me know. You can hate on me if you want. You know, it's if you have any ideas for any future videos, stuff you don't want to see, then I can go through that and do some of that. But yeah, so far so good. Alright, see you later.